Hi guys. Good morning. So, it's really weird when I have two channels, you guys know. I actually have three channels, but um one of the channels is just it's just silly. It's like for fun. But my ASMR channel, and which is really just my backup channel, and Girl Town, I can see your comments. You are commenting saying, in your mother's bloodline, it goes all the way to the queen, or some queen or king. And then I click on the comment and it's gone. So I want you to know that I see your comments and then I try to reply to them. And when I press on the comment itself or look for the comment in any way, it is missing from the channel. So I do think a lot of these, before I get into this video, which is about soon to be indicted, Mitch Englander resigned from LA City Council. Remember, LACC is the same what is that, an acronym, as LA City College, right? LACC and LA City College are the exact same. By January, at that time, president of the police commission was conspiring with LAPD chief Michelle, I think his name is Michael, but it looks like Michelle when I see it, Michael Moore, and LA Police Foundation board member Warren Dern to get Englander a seat on the police foundation board. Okay, the police foundation, remember they hide everything in foundations. But anyway, let me show you this really quick. Now convicted felon Mitchell. Okay, so he's now convicted. Last day on LA City Council, he was like, I'm stepping down for a once-in-a-lifetime career, blah, blah, blah. But he was getting out ahead of his arrest, exposure, conviction, and sentencing for corruption. All right. So I looked these people up. Let's see. And there's an indictment online. All right. So he's sentenced to 14 months in federal prison and only a $15,000 fine. Now, why is that important? Is because they're making billions stealing it from the citizens. And there is this woman, this post that I've been showing you. Let me see how I can show it to you. This person posts a lot of things that shows all of the people involved in LA City Council, like all of the citizens of Los Angeles know what they're doing and told them, you are making millions stealing it from American citizens. And these people are going to jail for only $15,000 fine. So who cares? They're still walking away with 14 million, 25 million, whatever the price is, because the rules here on search and seizure are anything that the federal government doesn't get, which is cash, straight cash, right? By putting the people in clinical trials or whatever they're calling us. I mean, I don't know. They're calling us monkeys, naked rats. They're calling us horses that get to be castrated. They're calling us all kinds of things. City Council gets all of the money. City Council, the city gets the money. The other money, meaning they get all the transplanted organs. They get certain things, right? And then they use the umbrella of religion, whether it's LDS Church or, there's certain rules on religions where you have to take organs from living people. And then the FBI puts you on a dead list so they can actually get away with taking your organs, which they can't because search and seizure is, illegal unless they convict you of something. So what they're doing is they're saying, oh, she has a lot of property located in her. And then they file many different life insurance policies under a guardianship of this sickening corporation, IEAE, I think. IEAE? IEAE? Or AIEA? AIEA. Sorry. It's hard for me to remember the acronym. Which is a division of the UN, right? So, I want to show you Michael Englander's indictment. So, we can look at it. All right. So this was done on last year. This is a small indictment. There's another one that's 147 pages. That's probably easier to find, but they're falsifying material facts. And they're making false statements, and they're tampering with a witness, victim, or informant, and obstruction of justice. But so is the FBI at the same time. Like, they're throwing him under the bus while only levying a $15,000 fine, whereas they stole billions of dollars, at least from citizens of California. And then, by depriving them the right to work or whatever, right? Okay, so I found something else. The corruption investigation into the LA City Council. Now, I went to the FBI and I showed pictures of the women that were mutilated at Lasky Clinic. Their jaws were shortened so much as to be completely outrageous. And when, it was hard to get an appointment with the FBI, but when I did, they could not believe what they did. And then after that, maybe a month or two later from my meeting with the FBI, City Council got raided, and so did the LADWP. Now, don't forget the LADWP has the right of way on people, literally on people that they're flagging us under this UN, keeping us in false guardianship, claiming it would be unkind for them not to accept a gift from a foreign nation when it's really them stealing our property, pretending it's under the foreign assets or foreign, it's in our foreign assets offices. It's criminal, you guys. What they're doing is criminal. So what they do when you go to these background checks is look at this. Court code CAC Riddle. Remember I talked to you about Riddle and how that question mark was on Jonathan Shaw and Johnny Depp. They've got a question mark because once they do this to a woman where like her whole life she's not been able to get a job or whatever, she doesn't know she's in a permanent immigration status, but really she's on an FBI dead list. Okay. So they mock it too because they're profiting on these injuries. And then but look, the judge's name is Riddle. You can look up this case number if you want. I found this. Now what's weird about this, I don't think this is going to be that revealing. So let me just show you. MR. Okay. We've got Mr. Pink and Reservoir Dogs. Don't forget MR. Whatever that is, I don't know. Who is this? I don't know. MR. That's not even a name, but it is Mr. It is Mr. Pink. To me, this is Mr. Now, what's weird is this is when you go over here, it says they're dead. January 1st to December 31st. Now, don't forget about newborns. Don't forget about these dates. These dates are, weird. Because when you look at the date, he was born on January 1st, 1949, and only lived a year. But these people are, whoever this is a riddle, just like these records. So what they do is they hide, LA City Council hides these false guardianships, which is really slavery. And then we've got their agents, Linda Benskin, who's got that website talking about witches and talking about how she doesn't believe in slavery, but she will pick the bones of the people incarcerated. And we got Justin McCartney, who works for the state of California. We've got a lot of people conspiring against one individual to make money. Hidden in the fact, I keep thinking of movies, I see dead people. All right. There are dead people walking around you, people who they can't get ahead, people who can't work and don't know why. And that's a riddle, isn't it? One of my sister's fake alternate names where she's talking about churches and, is Mystery. Mystery. Her last name is Mystery. So you can look this up if you want. LR. I guess that's riddle, right? So how can they cover assets for a person that's dead? Well, they put it in bankruptcy court. They put you as dead. You're on the FBI dead list. And then the FBI comes in pretending they care to get people indicted, when really they've already stolen all that money with the LA Police Department. It's not like, and they're the ones falsifying material facts, because my record on my background check came directly from the FBI, had a false charge on it that I never committed. So with the FBI and with LA City Council, they frame an individual who's innocent or try to get them to commit a crime. So people come out of the woodwork and say, hey, I want you to come with me to whatever. They'll ask you to do things. And then they'll make testimony that you committed a crime. Whether your crime was not wearing a seatbelt, whether your crime was, who knows what your crime is. So, they also like what they determine to be promiscuous crimes, where they ask all the women in your community to avoid you and to abandon you or make up lies about you, and then you're reliant on men. And then the men will just start literally harassing you. These are state officials, you guys. Mike Coulter is a Department of Corrections state official sending me his naked penis over and over again. This is harassment, you guys. This is sexual harassment, but it's their method of torture. It's their method of torture. So, I know I talked all over the place, but hopefully you got something out of it. You can read this anyway. Because they have an ordinance. So if LA City and LA DWP has an ordinance that they're hiding in San Bernardino, which is not even in LA County, that shows it's a deliberate fraud on the American people, a fraud on Californians that they're holding as slaves. Now, you can call it royal fishes. I don't care what you call it. So many agencies are involved in this stripping of rights of the individual. And when I went down and looked at all of those guardianships under that AIEA or whatever it's called, I couldn't believe how many people. Now, that also could be one person, I guess, split up into, 700 names. But I think it's more than one person. I think it's more than one person. So the Planning and Land Use Committee, the Plum Committee, is a very dangerous thing. That's it, you guys.